I personally I personally believe that could help anyone become a successful user of this robot. Learning to provide proper instructions to your robot. We would love to use the copy traders, put our robot in automatic and don't do anything about it. But these guys have crazy capital. These guys have crazy capital that if you don't have that capital, then following that trader becomes useless. Because at the end of the day, for you, you get stuck as he keeps trading. So at the end of the day, you are following, but in a blind manner. So that's why we came up and decided to teach our people how to provide robotic settings. Okay. I know some friends who are able to trade using the we call it I know some friends who are trading following the strategies. Okay. All right. But if you decide to use set up your robot, you can set up your robot in an automatic way and it trades if you have sufficient capital. If you have $100,000, it is one of the best capital because it could pay you between $200 to $1,000 every single day. You can set your robot in automatic way and it will pay you, ladies and gentlemen, between $200 to $1,000 every single day if you have $100,000. Now, I'm going to start with setting up or understanding the robotic settings. I'm going to be able to look at those two instructions so that I can create a better understanding. Okay, what are you supposed to do if you are interested in setting up your robot forever? So I'm going to talk about that, but I'm going to base my energy and my time so much into helping you, ladies and gentlemen, be able to okay, so I'm going to show you those settings in the next few minutes from now. Okay, so let's start with automizing the robot. If you are interested, you have your big capital, or you have a friend who has big capital, how can you automate your robot? Automize, right? Okay, let's get into that. Okay, so before I go to automizing the robot, the following I believe could be important for you to know. The following I believe could be important for you to know on your robot. Because for you being able to set your robot, it is important. Tomorrow, my role is not to take you through the icons. Leader Doris Angel will be here tomorrow for new Royalq user orientation program. My goal is just talk about robotic settings. Okay. So if we are going to talk about robotic settings, it's basically learning how to pick a coin, which I'm not going into analyzing it, but just a little bit about learning to pick a coin by yourself and then set it up. I would not advise anyone, although it can be used, to just come on these coins tap on percentage change, and pick a coin that is at the bottom. But then you can do this, then go to your trading view and look whether this coin is good, because you may look at ape, for example, here, and see that ape is at the bottom. But when ape is just starting to go down, right? And when we open it up, this is its graph in the 15 minutes. It has just had a retracement. So it can still has power to go to its recent low. But then you can still use this to trade by using the recent low, the lowest point in that time frame, as a preset price, then set up margin call. That can work if someone is interested. You look at the lowest point in the market, the lowest 24-hour, because when you look here on our screen on this coin, we have the 24-hour high, we have the 24-hour low. Just a minute, let me block that. The 24-hour high, we have the 24-hour low, we have the volume. So you can decide to pick the 24-hour low, this one, depending on the time frame you have decided to use. This one down here as your preset price. This can work. Yeah, it is a workable formula. You use this as a preset price, then you set up margin calls for 5% dip. You will always be successful. That can be a trading strategy. You don't want to waste time, you can use that. You pick the lowest coin in the percentage change. These ones, you can pick any you want. Then you pick the 24-hour low. Set it as a preset price, not a current price. So I'm going to talk all about that. Let me start with automizing your robot. Okay, you can automate your robot if you have enough capital. Okay, let me use this. This is one of the best strategies I've so far found in the market. It is called Matic. So if we look at this point, the important things we need to know about just a little bit, we have what we call position amount. Position amount is the total amount of money that is in that particular coin. It is the total amount of money that is in that particular coin. Total amount of money that is in that particular coin. Then we have position quantity. Position quantity is basically the total. Position quantity is the total amount of coins. Sorry for that, ladies and gentlemen. Is the total, it is the total amount of coins the robot has bought according to the amount of money it has invested. Then we have the average price. The average price, according to the number of coins and how many times the robot has invested your money, the robot will always create an average price. The goal is to make sure when the average price goes above the current price, the robot can sell. Okay? The margin calls, these are number of times the robot has bought apart from the first time it entered in the market. The return rate is the difference between the average price and the current price. So we are done with this area. Any question? Any question about that first part? Any question about that first part? Just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Any question about that first part? Any question, please? Any questions about that so far? Okay, let me go to your chat. I have some questions. Pardon on average price. Please repeat one more time. For me, I haven't understood. Okay, shed more light on the average price. What is floating loss? All right, good. Someone is requesting for my camera. Please forgive me. Forgive me, I will not switch on my camera. Please forgive me, I will not switch on my camera. On the position quantity. Okay, all right, let's go on. Please, for my face, please forgive me. My name is Julius Kabanda. I come from Uganda. Okay, other questions, I'm okay. But for my face, please forgive me. Only for today, right? Only for today. Yeah, my face will come. You can check me in other coming meetings. But I'm a common picture. So don't get worried. You are not going to send me your money. Never will I inbox you with my wallet address. So don't get worried. Just focus on the information. I will never request any funds from you. So you should not worry about my face. Your money is in your wallet. So I'm not going to give you wallet address. And if someone claims to be me and is sending you wallet address, is a liar. I never inbox anyone. So just know if someone tells you I'm Kavanda Julius, please send me some $100. I teach you this. It's not me. Even $10, even $1, it's not me. That one no is a scammer. It is not me. I don't inbox anyone. All the information I give is free of charge. So let me come again. Someone said, okay, let me repeat. What is position amount? Position amount is the total amount of money you have invested in this particular coin. Okay. Now let's go position quantity. Is the total number of coins your robot has so far bought for you. Now let's go to average price. Okay, for example, if the robot enters the market from here, then the market goes down. It buys again here. It buys again here. Every time the robot buys, it creates a new average price. Okay, now let's tap on this icon on our screen. There's this icon. Can we see that? There are so many icons here, but let's go to this icon. Okay. Now, whenever the robot buys, it will give you, when you tap on this icon here, I want to make sure, this one. It is called the transaction record. Whenever the robot buys, it creates what we call, it was able to open this trade on market price. This was the quantity and this was the deal amount of that transaction. Now, whenever it buys, it creates an average price. That's where I want to put my focus. It creates an average price. So the difference between the average price and the current price is the return rate in percentage. Let me repeat my statement. The difference between the average price and the current price is the return rate in percentage. So when the current price is lesser than the average price, that is what we call floating loss. When the current price is lesser than the average price, that's what we call floating loss. When the current price is above or is greater than the average price, that is what we call floating profit. When the current price is greater than the average price, that's what we call floating profit. What is happening right now, Julius? You see that the current price is lesser than the average price. So we are into what we call floating loss. So what is floating loss? Floating loss is unrealized loss. So when the current price goes above the average price, then we shall go into what we call floating profit. So the difference between the average price and the current price in percentage is the return rate. So when the difference between the average price and the current price is positive, that's what we call floating profit. When it is negative, that's what's called floating loss. Julius, is floating loss the problem? No, let's see. Let me use gold as an example to cause meaning. I'm now explaining floating loss. Floating loss. Peter goes to the market. And he buys, ladies and gentlemen, 1 bar of gold. And this bar of gold is $10,000. The next day, Peter goes back to the market. He still has 1 bar of gold. But the value of the gold is now $8,000. Peter is into what we call floating loss. The question is, I need some answers in the chat. Has Peter lost his 1 bar of gold? This is usually a common question. I need some answers in the chat. Has Peter lost his 1 bar of gold? Has Peter lost his 1 bar of gold because it's now worth $8,000? Has Peter lost his 1 bar of gold? I see some. No, thank you so much. Has Peter lost his 1 bar of gold? Peter still has his 1 bar of gold. Yesterday, his bar was $10,000, but today, he still has his 1 bar of gold, but his bar is $8,000. So Peter is into what we call floating loss. The next day, Peter goes to the market on the 3rd day. He still has 1 bar of gold. And still, his bar of gold is now worth $5,000. And still the same question. Has Peter lost his bar of gold. Peter still has 1 bar of gold. Ladies and gentlemen, you will never lose your quantity. The quantity will always remain the same, but the value of this quantity will always go down. And when it goes down, the value, you'll be into what we call floating loss. What makes Royalq peculiar? Royalq never goes out of position. It will never go out of position. It will always show you how much money it has invested to get this amount. And it will show you that you are in a floating loss because there is fall in the value of your asset that the robot has bought. Peter goes to the market on the 4th day. He still has 1 bar of gold, but his bar of gold is now $13,000. Now, Peter is into what we call floating profit. Peter has a choice, ladies and gentlemen, to lose the bar of gold and take the value, because when Peter sells the bar of gold, he gets the US dollars, but he loses the bar of gold. After Peter was so much excited about the $13 in profit, Peter checks the market the next day, and Peter finds out that 1 bar of gold is now $50,000. Peter might get annoyed because if he had been more patient, he would have made more profit. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a question before I continue. Is floating loss bad? I have a question before I continue. Is floating loss bad? I want someone to talk about this when we make money. I have a question. Is floating loss bad? Is floating loss bad? Because sometimes when people join a business, sometimes when people are trading, they get annoyed. I have someone who is annoyed today, very annoyed with me. We do not control the market. We do not control the market. We do not control the market. That's why when we are going to see the settings, we are going to show you we don't control the market. That's why we set up what we call margin calls. It is very bad for you to expose all your money. In the 300 days challenge, so many people are complaining of taking little profit. So many people complain of taking little profit. Julius, I'm only taking 3% of $15. What happens? What if the market goes against you? What happens when the market goes against you? And you stay stuck. I've seen people who have got their $100 and invested all of it in the market. And now they are 3 months, 4 months, 5 months without trading. Why, Julius? Because all their money is stuck in that coin. If they know how to set their robot in a good format, open up margin calls, it can help them start small, and if the market goes against them, they can be able to get out of that trade faster. That's why I emphasize starting with $15 as your first buying amount if you only have $500 in your account. Let me make my statement clear. I emphasize, start with $15 as your first buying amount if your capital is $500. If you have 1,000, you can double it up to 30. Please understand that the market is not your friend. Don't bring your greed around. You learn it the hard way. You have some people who have been in floating loss for long because maybe you didn't have the knowledge, or maybe you didn't. When I speak to you, feel like I don't wish you well. You know, sometimes when I run my explanation, people feel bad that I don't wish them to take good profit from the market. Julius, you only want me to put $15. Now the market goes high. I only take 3% of $15. I don't like that method of yours. I will make my first buying amount 100. I say, okay, sir, I have no problem. They trade the first time, they win. They trade the second time, they win. They trade the third time, they win. They trade the fourth time, they win. They trade the fifth time, they now. They say, now my formula, I'll always put $100 as my first buy amount. They put it in the 11th time. The market shrinks down and their capital gets stuck for good. If you understand me, give me a thumbs up. If you understand what I'm talking about, give me a thumbs up. If you understand what I'm talking about, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Please. If you have only $500, keep your first buying amount $15. All else, you will sweat plasma. I promise you. It doesn't mean because you have been making your $100 as your first buying amount that you have been winning, that you are doing so well. Never. There are going to come a time when the market goes against you severely, even with signals. The other reason why even with our signals, some of you don't win is because you start with a bigger first buying amount, because you want to take off big profit. How can I start with 100? You will pay the big price long term. Please better do. Please better do. Better do what I tell you. Because why? I have been here for the last 19 months. I've suffered more challenges. There is a coin I traded called YFI. I think it is the longest trade. I think that coin was around $2,000, if I remember, if I don't forget. And I wanted to enter by then, so many months ago. I wanted to put in $2,000 because it was pumping, so that I take 3% of my $2,000. My $2,000, 500 is stuck in YFI, close to 16 months now, I think, if I've not forgotten. Close to 16 months now. Now, me, I tell you, you say, no, Julius, no, Julius. 16 months, $2,500. Now someone is stuck with maybe 150, and when they are making statements on WhatsApp, they are like attacking you as if you are the one who told them to put all their money once. $16 months down the line, $2,500 is stuck. But why am I still here? Why am I still continuing? Because I understand it is not the robot that is the problem. It is me and the market. But even it's not the market, it's me and my greed. So as you involve yourself with the market, please, if you have less than $500, never take more than $15 as your first buy-in amount. If you have understood that, type a yes in the chat. If you have understood that, type a yes in the chat. Type a yes in the chat. If you have understood that, type a yes in the chat. If you don't get it, you will get it when you are stuck. Hey, I don't want to pretend. If you don't get it, you will get it. Some people want to be happy. People are trading with, someone is trading with $50. They have made $10. Yes, it can happen. But one day, one time, if someone does not develop the discipline, they will get stuck. They will get stuck. I promise you. Even if someone is very good at analyzing the market, one day, one time, they get stuck. I know some people are very good at analyzing the market, and though their capital is stuck in the market. Why? Because along the journey, they thought that they were too smart enough. Please never use less than $15 because it can buy less quantity. Please start with $15. I think that is done. I'm not here to discuss the 300 days challenge. If you want to discuss that, please, either in the WhatsApp group, please follow the program. I'm not here to discuss the 300 days challenge. I did that yesterday night. All right. Okay. So if you want to discuss that, join the program for tomorrow, all in the WhatsApp group. Okay. All in the WhatsApp group. I'm sorry. I'm not here to discuss the 300 days challenge. All right. Okay. We keep on the topic. All right. Let's go back again. Let's go back again. Now, I have explained floating loss. I basically traded this coin not because I like it. I traded this coin because I want to show you something, right? But by the way, here is a big tip of 2023. Do you have people who, if you are a hodler, one of the best cryptocurrencies you can hold is called Matic. Why, Julius? Why, Julius? Why, Julius? If you want to win as a hodler, this is just a tip. If you want to win as a hodler, why do you hodl? One, you might hodl because of the project. Maybe you love it, you have read about it. Two, I think I'll talk about hodling on my TikTok today at 5 p.m. I'll talk about the power of hodling, right? And then next day I'll talk about why trading is better than hodling. But let me talk about hodling. If you want to hodl, buy and keep. Matic is one of the best projects in the crypto market space. Why? For you to win in hodling, you must hodl where the big men or the big cash flows. That's a very, hey, I've made $1 million statement. You must hodl, let me repeat it, where big money flows. Okay, Julius, there are 5 big companies that have invested in Matic. One, the Meta project, owned by Mark Zuckerberg, the Meta project. Now, because even though, Julius, I'm very good at analyzing the coin, by the time the owner of Facebook makes the decision to invest their big billions of money in Matic, he has started the project better than me. I'll mention others, I think, on my TikTok. These guys have invested big time, big funds of money in Matic. So it has power. You know, when people are deciding to hodl, most of you just hodl what you call shit coins. You hodl a shit coin and you want your shit coin to hit $1 and you become a millionaire. And you have remained with those coins for over 10 years. You're a good hodl. You need to hodl where the big money flows. where big money flows, because where big money flows, it has possibility for that project to surge. Okay, if you have understood that, give me a thumbs up. It was $1 million statement. So when you hodl, you not only look at the projects, you hodl where the big money flows. The big money. You don't just go and put your money in a project where big money is not flowing. You will not be able to win. Matic is one of the projects you clearly watch in 2023, right? It has big money. Okay, let's continue. You don't understand it, just keep attending. Maybe one day you get it. All right, so let's go back to our topic. Now we are done with the first part. The second part is trading on cycle. What is cycle? Cycle is a continuous buy and sell process. The robot buys, the robot sells. 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 The robot buys, the robot sells, right? From is it the volume? Okay, maybe because the volume you see in Binance is Binance volume. It is not whole project volume. Maybe you go to CoinMarketCap, but that CoinMarketCap may also be looking at the volume. I don't know. Okay, I will need to make. I think I have a special website. I'll need to check up on my, but not now. Not now. I think I'll use my TikTok to deliver that all in our WhatsApp groups. Right? I'll make an audio. I'll deliver you. There's a special website you can check to find the project. Okay, but not now. I'm not here for research today. Okay, so let's go into here you circle. So when you tap on cycle, it means that you have removed this coin from a one shot. A one shot means that the robot buys, the market rises, the robot sells. That's all. So when you tap on this one shot, it means you have instructed this coin to go in one shot. The robot buys, the market rises, it sells, it stops. That's all. When you put in a cycle, it is a continuous process. The robot buys, the market goes down, the robot sells, the market goes up, the robot sells, market goes down, the robot buys. It's a continuous process. What is sell? The sell button. The sell button is when you want to manually sell a particular coin. When I tap on sell, you can be able to see the following. One, the position amount I'm selling, the average price that I'm selling it, the quantity that I'm selling, the current price that I'm selling at, and the profit and loss that I'm incurring, and the estimated profit, which is now in loss. So if I sell this coin at this price, I will lose $0.2277. Let me cancel. When I tap on the buy button, I want to buy. Okay. When I want to buy, I usually want to buy on market price. Royalq accepts market price. But also, you can put in a price you want your robot to buy. Maybe you say, when this coin gets to 1.1 point, I'm looking at the current price, 0.775. Then I say, put in $500. When I confirm this, I'm gonna get a buy order, a manual buy order on my account. I'm going to also go back on sell and I show you, you can create a sell order. We are doing some little technical robot settings. You can learn this. I can tap on buy, put in a lower price when I want my robot to go in the market manually and buy at that price. So I press it in here. I look at the current price, then I say buy when this market gets at 1.17753. It doesn't hold more than this. Okay, all 7.53. Okay. Then I put in how much I want my robot to buy with. Then I say put in $200. So what do I expect? Look at here, ladies and gentlemen. The robot will show me the new average price it will create and the new floating profit or loss it will create. So when I confirm, the robot will display my buy order here. It's a manual buy order. I want to go back to the sell order, but if you have understood a buy, how to use the buy area, this is when you want to sell at a certain price. But if you want to sell at the current price, you tap on buy, tap market price. Or if you want to buy immediately, you tap on buy, then you tap on market price, then you put in maybe say $200. When you confirm, the robot will buy instantly. But also you can choose a price where you want your robot to buy at that price. And the robot will wait for the market to come down to that price. And if they're able to buy more of that particular coin, this is what you call manually setting the robot. If you have understood, I'm going to cancel this. Then I go back to the cell. If you have understood that, give me a 1 in the chart. Hey, give me a 1 in the chart. Give me a 1 in the chart. Give me a 1 in the chart. Let me see. A 1 in the chart. Okay, good. Okay, now let's go back to the sell button of Royalq. Let's get back to the sell button of Royalq. Okay, now the sell button, I can also do the same. Some people say, Julius, I want to hodl using my Royalq account, right? I want to set a certain price that I want my robot to sell. So what can I do? I just come here and I say, I want you to sell my Matic when it hits $5. Maybe when it hits $10. Maybe when it hits $15. Maybe when it hits, let me say $500. This will be a long journey, eh? But you can expect $10 by the end of the cycle. So when I confirm this, my robot will put in a sell button. Now let's get into some analysis. I can set my coin with a certain price to sell at if I don't want to use the percentage area. I say buy my Matic, but sell it at that price. Maybe you want to trade a coin and you want to take 0.5, right? There are people who want that profit. Can I see? Can I say 2 in the chart? There's a coin you want to trade and want to take 0.5, right? You want to invest in, there are people who you want to go with $2,000 in the market and you want to take little profit, 0.5. You want to go in the market with $10,000 in the market and you want to take 0.5. And the settings of Royalq only accept 1.1%. You want to take 0.5. You want to go in with your huge $5,000 and take 0.5. Can I see? People who want that type, the people who want that type of trading. You have found a good coin, you want to take on a 0.5, put in your $5,000, rock it, move out, rock it, move out, rock it, move out. You want to take 0.5, then you come back again, 0.5, come back again, 0.5. Can I see one in the chat? People love that. I want to show you how that can be. Okay, you know when you attend my class tomorrow, I will teach how to use TradingView, break it out in, is it called what? Breakup rooms. Yes, I'm learning. So you are able to learn how to analyze the market. Amazing 3 indicators I'll share tomorrow. The ABC V1 indicator, the stochastic RSI, and the Fibonacci. And that combination with the parallel lines, with the support and resistance, like it's on point. It's stick. It's amazing, right? So let's get into this sell button and see how we can use it. Okay, so you have gone to your TradingView or to anywhere you have analyzed your coin from. Just come here and say, okay, sell, put a price. Let me say this coin, the price is 1.1861. Okay, then let me just use my calculator. So, no. Okay, let me say it is 1.861 plus 0.5. Sure? No, no, I don't know. This may not be okay. Oh, guys, it grows faster. This is not okay, but let me take that just for an example. So what I do, I just come in here, okay, because the other you are measuring, right? You get the price, then you say, so when the market gets to this price, it will sell. So it can sell and give you that income you want. So we are done with the sell button. So I'm going to cancel this. Let's go to opening up margin calls. This just means you want your robot to buy more according to the settings you did. Now let me go to strategy mode. Strategy mode. There are 3 strategies in Royalq. There are 3 strategies in Royalq. The first strategy is what we call the whole warehouse mode. So when does the whole warehouse mode work and when does the whole warehouse mode stop? The whole warehouse mode works on all margin calls from margin call number 1 to margin call 999. These are the margin calls in Royalq. From margin call 1 to margin call 999. Those are the total number of margin calls in Royalq. Now, once the robot buys from margin call number 1 to margin call number 4, it can sell everything. But when it buys margin call number 5, you cannot change the strategy. You cannot change the strategy. You cannot change from whole warehouse mode to any strategy. If it buys from margin call number 1 to margin call number 4. The reason why the crypto ambassadors are trading with 4 margin calls now is because if we want to open more margin calls, after the robot has bought 4 times, we can change the strategy. We can only fail to change the strategy if the robot has bought 5 margin calls. But if it has only bought 4, we can change the strategy anytime. That's why we keep at 4 margin calls. We no longer go in for 5. So you set your margin calls to 4. 4 margin calls. 4 margin calls. So when the market maybe goes against you and have more capital, you can come back and change to any strategy mode you want. But after the robot has bought more than 4, you can never change the strategy. So I've seen some people complain in a group, I want to change my strategy. You can't change when it has only bought 4 or when it has only 4 margin call settings. So set 4, if the market sells, you get out. Hello? Is it okay now? Is that okay now? You can type a yes for me in the chat. You can type for me a yes in the chat. Is that okay now? Are we now understand the whole warehouse mode? Type a yes in the chat. You understand the whole warehouse mode now? Yes, it works, the whole warehouse mode. Margin call, all margin calls can be in the whole warehouse mode. But if the robot buys 5 margin calls, you cannot change. If it buys 5 margin calls, you cannot change from the whole warehouse mode to another strategy. But if it has only bought 4, you can change. Okay. So what is whole warehouse mode? Whole warehouse mode is what we call martingale. That's why we say the robot is a martingale robot. What does martingale mean? We buy at different prices and sell at once. Martingale means buy at different prices, sell at once. So the robot buys the first call, the robot buys the second call, the robot buys the third call, the robot buys the fourth call. When the market rises from here, it uses all these 4, create one average price and sell whatever it bought at different prices at once. But if you keep your strategy mode in the whole warehouse mode, and the robot buys the 5th call, the 6th call, the 7th call up to 999, it will still be in the whole warehouse mode. You can't change it. You can't change the strategy. That's why when you set more than 4 margin calls, you change the strategy at the start. But if you leave it in the whole warehouse mode, even if it buys 999 margin calls, you can never change the strategy. So it means the robot will wait for the market to rise and sell everything at once. Now let me go to the sub-bin mode. Now the sub-bin mode cannot work in the first 4 margin calls. For you to use it, you must have in your settings more than 4 margin calls, either 5, 6, or 7. But what is sub-bin mode? Now, sub-bin mode, ladies and gentlemen, is that the robot buys margin call number 5. The market rises. It sells margin call number 5. It returns your capital, but it doesn't return your profit. It does not charge you fuel fee. That is the sub-bin mode. The robot buys margin call number 5, for example, or margin call number 6, because from the 5th call, to 999th call, every call is independent. It has its different take profit. You can create its different take profit. It can be bought independently and it can be sold independently. It can be bought independently and it can be sold independently. So when the robot buys margin call number 5, and let me say its take profit was 1.3%, and the market rises, the robot will sell the 1.3%, return the money, the capital used, but use your profit to move the general average price from when it started to buy. The general average price from when it started to buy to move closer to the current price. Now let me go to the last strategy. The sub-bin mode real-time settlement. The sub-bin mode real-time settlement, ladies and gentlemen, when the robot buys margin call number 5, it sells margin call number 5, it returns the capital and the profit, and it charges you fuel fee. Of the 3, the sub-bin mode is the best. Why? Because if your goal is to get out of that coin, and it is not to trade it forever, if I'm going to trade this coin forever, I don't need the sub-bin mode. No. But if I am trading this coin and I want to get out of this coin, the sub-bin mode is the best. Why? Because it helps to move my average price closer to my current price. Now, let me still go back here. When you choose the strategy mode in the whole warehouse mode, up here, your screen will appear as a cross margin. When you change from the strategy mode to the sub-bin mode, up here, your screen will change to isolated margin. Still, it will remain the same in the sub-bin mode real-time settlement. As everybody understood this area, type a 1 for me in the chat. I want to go to my last sharing for today. Type a 1 in the chat. I want to go to my last sharing for today. Type a 1 in the chat. I want to go to my last sharing for today. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why you are here is to understand. As the crypto ambassadors, we really believe in helping you understand so that when you understand, you can take decisions even when we guide you because you understand what you are doing. Right. I have good news that at the end of a 300-day strategy, our goal of giving you 1 coin a day, right? Our goal of giving you 1 coin a day is basically and purely to make sure that you could devolve a capital of $100,000. I'm going to close with that so that you can trade all the USDT coins and be making between $200 to $1,000 on a daily basis. I want to promise you one thing. By the end of the 300 days, ladies and gentlemen, it will be the Bitcoin halving. And those that will have this capital, they will enjoy the white sand beaches of this world. The white sand beaches of this world. Why? Because they will have the power and the ability to have at least $200 to $1,000 on the daily basis without doing anything. Pay the price, pay attention, get excited, and never quit. All right, let's go to our next cycle. Our next area is the alert area. But before I go to the alert area, allow me come on the first preset price. The first preset price. What is the first preset price, ladies and gentlemen? The preset price is that price lower than the current price. If you want to use the preset price, ladies and gentlemen, the price you are putting up here must be lower than the current price. If you put a preset price here that is higher than the current price, the robot will buy instantly because it will see, hey, he's telling us to buy when it comes down, but it is already down. It's already down. It's already up. So it's buy now. It seems he wants it now. So when you put in here, so let me pause this trade. Okay, so you want to press in a preset price. It must be lower. If you want it to work, it must be lower than the current price of the coin. So crypto ambassadors, the signals that we provide are preset price signals most of the times. Our main signals, when do we deliver our main signals? We deliver our main signals between 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. The rest of the signals in the day are there. You can feel free to trade them. They will deliver. I don't fight any signal given by anyone. You can use them, but for us, we use preset prices. Any signal that you see that's not a preset price, but they also have a, just know that this signal is other signals that you could use to trade. We believe in the preset price. We believe in the market coming down to touch that price. That's why our 300 days challenge is focused on the first buying amount. And the margin calls just help you to try to move the average price closer to the current price. And that's why, even if we use the margin call drop, most of the times, not all the 4 margin calls are bought. It only buys maximum 1 or 2 or 3, and the coin gets out. So this is what we mean by the preset price. The preset price has 2 areas. I know most of you are tired. I'm about to come to the end in the next 10 minutes. The preset price has 2 areas, all right? It has what we call the price. So you put in the price. Let me say 0.005. Okay, if I press it here and I confirm, right, the robot will wait for the market to touch this price to be able to buy it. Okay, so let me confirm this. So when I confirm, this is already a running coin. So this will not make sense. But if we go back here, there are presets here that didn't pick up. There's this one of Solana. On that day, we provided more signals because of the market behavior, right? But other signals are picked up. I think this, okay, it is here. This is the signal, our latest signal, the XLM. I hope you see the floating loss. It is minimal because we are using margin calls. Very important, because if you are able to look at the first buying amount of this coin, it is on a compounding structure. Can you imagine you having a capital of close to $1,500 and you are only using $34 as your first buying amount so that the rest of the money could help you when the market goes against you? Very important. Very important. Okay, let's go back to Matic, our learning area. So let me pause again. The first preset price also can be used by a drop rate. It can be used by a drop rate. I don't know if we can, I will speak to my team that we work with to analyze the market so that we could also bring in the drop rate on the preset price. So maybe we want you to use the drop rate on a preset price and we say 2%. Let the robot buy when the market drops by 2%. So the robot will still release the price. So just come on drop rate, you open the preset price, tap on drop rate and put 2%, then you confirm. So the robot will allow the market to fall at that price, then be able to buy. Before I come to my last part of the day, ladies and gentlemen, my last part of the day, are we okay with our first sharing? Let me get some thumbs up. Let me get some thumbs up, some love hearts, right? If you're enjoying the session, I know it's a lot of information. I'm about to come to the end. I don't love over teaching, but if you are loving the session, you are able to learn about the robotic settings. Let me get some thumbs up, some love hearts, all right? Thank you so much. Let me know if you are following, all right? Let me know you are following. Let me know you're enjoying, all right? Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. God really bless you, all right? Okay, let me go to my last part. Just give me these 6 to 7 minutes. 6 to 7 minutes, 6 to 7 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Then I go to the last part of our session today. The last part of our session today. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate, the last sharing. Okay. Now, the settings you see here, are basically a cycle setting of $1,500 of someone trading 72 coins. They're not mine, okay, but I have them in here. Okay. Someone is trading 72 coins. Yesterday he made over $1,000. He's trading 72 coins, each with $1,500. 1,500, not $1,500. If you trade 72 coins, how much capital is that, ladies and gentlemen, in total? How much capital is that? Can I get some answers in the chat? How much capital is that? If you trade all the 72 coins, how much capital is that? How much capital is that? If someone is following, we are coming to the end of our call. How much capital is that? If you are trading all the 72 coins in Royalq with that capital, 1,500, how much capital is that? Okay, let me see if someone is following. How much capital is that? Someone is using 1,500 to trade all the 72 coins in Royalq. Okay, thank you so much, Anthony. Yes, Anthony, you are right. On Monday, you are wrong. Anthony, you are right. Kaylee, you are right. Okay, that is yes. Wealth Queen, you are right. Okay, Sammy, no. Okay, Wealth Queen, you are right. Okay, yeah, Hillary, you're right. Please don't cram. Don't cram. Just calculate. Don't cram my answers. This is all my answers. Don't cram. Yes, you're right. Here you're right. Benjamin, you're right. Good. Sure. This guy is trading with a capital of of $108,000. So you just get $1,500 times 72 coins. So, and he's making close between, yeah, thank you so much, Benjamin. He's making close between $200 to $1,000 a day. You don't need to analyze the market. Never. If you have this capital here, please just inbox me. We come on Zoom. I help you set your robot. You go to the beach. Don't struggle with me. I think I have one friend. I don't know if he comes from which country, a certain country that is trading also using this strategy. This guy has money. When I grow up, I want to be like him. Has money. Money is good. Okay. Now, what is the first buying amount? Thank you so much, all. Thank you for your answers. Thank you for your answers. Thank you. I hope no one have been harmed, please. No intentions. Just make sure we all learn. Okay, so the first buying amount here is 15. I encourage everybody to not set less than $15 because it can be set. You can set 12, you can set 10. But in Binance, when we transact, sometimes when we buy with less amount, we lose. In Binance, when we transact, sometimes when we set with $10 and buy less quantity, we lose. So make sure you keep your quantity. Start with a minimum. This is the advice. Please don't start with less. Start with a minimum of $15. Sometimes you may get abnormal sell because you bought less quantity when your robot cannot sell what it bought because it's of less quantity. Please, my advice is 15. What is open double position? Open double position means that whatever the robot is going to buy, it should double it up. Please never switch it on if you don't have enough capital. Margin call limit. These are the number of times you want your robot to put $15 in the market. So this guy goes in with $100, one time each. You see that? You see that? Each time the robot gets into the market, just go this way, gentlemen. Each time the robot goes in the market, goes in with $15 100 times. Each time the robot goes into the market, it goes in $15 100 times. It is that simple. And every time it goes in the market, it goes in one time throughout. So you may decide and say, I'm gonna pick some few coins and I trade them with this. So you have maybe 3 coins on cycle and also doing one shot with us. If you have your money. So it is close to $1,515. 72 coins. $1,515. 72 times, which is close to this. It's close to around this. So when you trade all the coins, your probability is huge. Okay. Now, hold position, take profits, the amount of profit you want to take. Royalq was built to take little profit repeatedly in an auto mode. So when a signal is given, what you see as take profit is what you put here. Hold position, take profit, callback. We usually also set 0.01. So what you see as a take profit callback is what you put there. Then we go to margin call configuration. Basically, on our signals, we use 4 margin calls. So the signal is sent with what we call a drop. So let me say the drop is 3. What do? Be sharp. Allow your robot buy the first call faster. Don't put 1, 1, 2. No. Be sharp. You can put 0.5. Let me say if I'm the one setting a 3% drop, I'll put 0.5, then put 0.5. Then I come to this call, I put a 1, and I put a 1. What does this mean? This means this is 1, 2, 3. My robot will buy my first 2 calls faster. Then I put here a 2. Then I put here a 4. Then I put here an 8. Then I put here a 16. So my robot, this will be 3% drop, and I'll be able to get out of my trade faster. If you're okay with setting up to there, I'll not go into this so much calculations. I'll send the calculations on maybe WhatsApp. I don't go into if I have this capital, my standard is 500. The rest is okay, but I love someone who starts with 500, sets up a coin with 500. My financial advice is 500. If you don't have 500, you can go in for 2, 3, 8, 3, 5. Then this is 8. So how do you find that? You add this plus this plus this plus this plus 1, which is around 19. Times 15, the first binary, which around $285, I think, for that strategy. This we teach every day. So this guy trades all the coins from margin call number 1, 0.51%, 0.51%, 0.51%, 0.51%, up to call number 90. He sets up 0.51%, 0.51%, 0.51%, up to call number 90. He's trading on a cycle. I have finished the one shot, so he's trading on a cycle. And he's doing 0.5 one time. Up to the 90th call. Then when he reaches here, this is 4. This is 6. That is 10. So the 9 here it does 2. This is 91, 92. Then when it comes to 93, he does a 3. 94, it does a 3. Then at 95, it does a 4. 96, a 4. I think also 97, a 4. So if the other one is 10, then this is 12. 10 plus 12 is 24. Then the rest of 1, 2, 3 plus 20. Then No. 97 is a 5. 98 is also 5. I hope you see that. 99 is a 5. And 100 is a 5. So which means that one is 20 plus 20. This is 48. So when you get your calculator, if you want to see this, 90 times 0.5, it is 45. Imagine this guy, he says 45 plus 48, I don't know if I'm right, plus 40, 44, 24 plus 20, I think is 44, plus 44. This guy sets his margin call until a coin drops 89% deep. And he increases his probability by trading all the coins. He'll never suffer with huge floating loss. He'll never. He'll always be in money. His funds are safe. He'll be enjoying Royalq because he has enough capital. Let me leave this. And now I know. You know this. Now let me explain this. When does the robot buy? For example, this guy says the robot falls down by 0.5. This means that when the market falls by 0.5, let the market rise by 0.01. Then the robot will buy. This is what we mean by buying callback. That's why on your status, the robot will say, I'm forgetting. Buying price triggered, waiting for callback. So it is waiting for market rise to buy this. Then when it comes to the sub positions, I hope you see, he leaves this 1.3 throughout. 1.3 throughout. So it means each call can be bought independently and sold independently. Then here, the sub position take profit callback. It means that the market rises by 1.3. If it tries to fall by 0.1, let the robot sell. So it takes around 1.2% from each sell. And the robot does thousands depending on the momentum of the market. Thank you so much for joining. If this was valuable to you, you could give me some thumbs up. I'm sorry for taking so much time. It has been recorded. If you are interested, you could take off your personal time and watch it. If someone says, yes, I want to trade on cycle, yes, you can. If you have some money, you can identify a few coins you would love to trade. Maybe you have your $1,500. This is a very sweet strategy from this guy. If you have $1,500 and you say, okay, I want to trade like 5 coins. So you look at those coins you believe in. But someone who has their capital, if they trade all, they'll always be happy. These guys make some good money. Let's just look at this. Let me just find it just a little bit. Let me just find it. Just give me 2 minutes. I'm just finding it as we close. Oops. Let me share my screen. It's trading all the coins. So as you complain about Royalq and make all excuses, understand it's your capital that is the problem. Yesterday, he made over $1,039. Are we together? Hey. Someone is saying, but Julius, you are not fair. Me, I'm not the problem. Even me, I'm not the one who created poverty. Me, I'm not the one who refused you to have money. Even the account I've shown you is not mine. Now, why do you attack me? Me, I will look for someone who has money, and I'll tell them how to trade using their money. Because you having $100,000 in your account in the bank, it does not grow like this. So I'll keep on making noise until I land on people who have this capital, so that when they trade, I earn until I reach my goal too. So even someone is but yeah, I've given you strategy for $15. But if you have your money, you set this one. Yeah, I have no problem. Please, what is the difference between the buying callback and the take profit callback? The buying callback works on the margin call, and the take profit callback works on the take profit. Yeah, but this guy who's let me just go there. This guy who's attacking me about trading. Me, I'm not the one who created poverty, my brother. You have your money. We shall not disturb you. But if someone doesn't have capital, I'm coming to that. Okay, let's look at this. Lastly, this question. I'm answering only this, and we close. And we close. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Two important parameters is asking the take profit ratio and the earnings callback. This is what will appear on your screen. It means that when the market prices by 3.01 according to this, and tries to go down by 0.1, the robot should sell. What about the drop, the margin call drop and the buy-in callback? This means that when the market falls down by 2% and rises by 0.3, the robot should buy. I hope I've answered you. The market falls down by 2%. The robot waits when the market rises. Then it buys. By the way, some of you don't see these signs. But when I don't know how I can widen, if you see very well on your screen, the robot is showing you this. This one. You focus on this one and this one. So it falls, it waits for the market to rise, it sells. Please, any other question? I want to end. I don't want to overteach. I hate overteaching. No, what is not clear? Muhammad, what is not clear? Muhammad, which language do you speak to help you understand in your local language? Muhammad, which language do you speak? I don't know. I think I've made it clear. I don't know why it's not clear to you. What is not clear? Can you ask again? Now, what is not clear? What is not clear, Muhammad? Yes, you speak English. So what is not clear? Can you unmute yourself as we come to the end, Muhammad? What is not clear? Muhammad, can you unmute yourself?
Good morning, sir.
Morning. How are you, sir? How are you, Mr. Muhammad?
Fine, thank you, my leader. Thank you for this wonderful lecture. We are very much grateful for this coaching. I'm always get confused with the difference between buying callback and Yeah, take profit callback.
Mm. Mm. Now, what confuses you?
Very good. As in, uh, how the two works, whether they have any similarity.
No, let me start
And
with the take profit callback. Okay,
yeah,
the market, you have set your take profit as 2%, right?
yes,
And you have set your callback as 0.1. Okay,
yes, leader.
it means that when the market rises by 2%, okay,
Yes.
and tries to fall down by 0.1, the robot should sell.
Okay.
That's what it means. Now let me go to the buy in callback.
Yeah.
You have
Okay,
set
leader.
your profit margin call drop for 2%, meaning when the market falls down by 2%. So what the robot will do, it will say when the market falls down by 2%, the robot should buy, put in your money when the market rises. Let me say your callback is 0.5. So the market will fall by 2%. The robot waits for the market to rise by 0.5, then it buys.
This is
Now,
what I'm not clear about.
what's unclear?
This is what I'm not clear about.
Mm. Now, understand that the robot
Okay.
doesn't buy when the market is just going down.
Okay.
It is a smart robot to avoid investing your money in a pure downward trend.
Okay.
It doesn't just continue buy as the market's going down. It buys only if the market goes down and rises by that callback.
Okay.
So maybe if you are trading, let me say Ethereum, and Ethereum is dipping, it's just
Yes.
dipping. So the robot will be like buying. So it doesn't do like that. No.
Okay.
If the
Okay.
market going down, it triggers the buy, but waits for the market to rise a bit. So after the rise, then it buys, because it is sure that after the rise, maybe the market will go up again. So if it rises and it buys and the market doesn't go up again, then it waits for the next drop. So if the next drop is 4%, it waits for the drop, then waits for the rise. That's how it works.
Okay.
So it doesn't buy when the market is just purely going down. It waits for a
Okay.
rise, then it buys.
Okay. Okay. Thank
Mm.
you very much, my leader. I am not very clear.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to respect all the leaders that have been on our call today. Thank you so much. God should richly reward you. I'm sorry I just went straight to the point because of time, but just know that we love you so much. And thank you so much for the work done. This meeting has been streamed live on the YouTube channel. So I basically want to wish you the best. And thank you for your time. I think it could be a right moment for me to come to the end of the call.